Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Shadows over Innistrad discussion.
Welcome back to my home plane.
And today we have Tim with us.
Hey, great introduction there.
Well, I'm sorry, what would you like me to say, Tim, Master of the Plains?
Okay.
Say things correctly.
I'm sorry. Okay, now back to the topic at hand where we left off. We
I
are
never
going
finished
to.
my thought about Emrakul, though.
We are going to right now.
Good.
I don't even know what you guys were talking about before I came here.
We're discussing theories now. Nothing we mentioned in the previous video has any bearing over this one.
Yes, it will. Anyways, as I was saying from the last video, so sorry to contradict you, Neelan. I was talking about Emrakul, about a rumor that he would be featured in SOI. You guys gotta be crazy to think that Wizards of the Coast would do that. The theory goes that he is the reason behind all the craziness that's going on Innistrad. Well, yes, that seems plausible. The other part of the theory is that he is, in fact, the Eldritch Moon, as in the moon. No, he's a tentacle monster thing.
In the name of the moon. Emrakul
Emrakul
shall punish you.
From a non-existent realm. I don't think tentacles hide pretty well to make a moon. And on top of that, why would Wizards of the Coast, as Neelan had said previously, why would Wizards of the Coast decide, you know what people want and they're sick of? More Eldrazi. Let's give them the last Titan they're missing. No. We need a break. And Ugin still needs to study them more. So, if you're crazy about this, that's great. But you're honestly wrong. Because Wizards of the Coast pretty much said, we're not having Emrakul at all. Yeah, I really don't like this theory.
Neither, but the only way the theory would actually make sense, and honestly, it could, is that Emrakul appears to have a whitish, tannish top on top of his body where he floats, and digging out a hole in the moon and fitting his body into it. But everyone on Innistrad would notice their moon being burrowed into by a giant tentacle force.
And I think Ugin would detect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Evason might see that coming too.
I think Evason would see that if she's not already dead.
Yeah, now
that's right.
Here's the good theories that we're getting to now, and hopefully
now SOI gets good.
Now it gets good. The biggest theory we will probably discuss in the whole time of doing this is Avacyn dead and/or incapacitated beyond all measure.
Well, I hope she's dead because it would be a great plot point.
Your thoughts, Tim?
Plots.
Okay.
I don't know if she was dead, it would make sense as to a lot of different things actually. Like Jace heading over there to study things. I know he's says as quoted in one of the cards, he's looking through some of Tamio's notes. So Jace probably could be there discovering what the chaos is over there, and maybe it could perhaps be linked to Evason. I'm not entirely sure on that.
I'd like that. I mean, she was looking for something for her people too.
Okay, now here's the big idea about why Avacyn is dead, and this is the personal one that I like, is that she's created by Soren. We all know this. Soren Markgrave created her as his guardian of order, as he says.
As he quotes, yeah.
Yeah. There's this whole idea that Avacyn was not perfected, that eventually she would run out of her angelic powers and essentially would cease to exist.
Did Soren say something like that?
No, but it's kind of hinted at, because the idea of making another you means that they don't have the essence of your being, so they're running off of something different than you.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, too, in a long stretch of things.
Yeah, and, like, what if Soren actually has to, give her power, and everything that's been going on, like, Zendikar or another plane he's associated with has kept him back from coming for very long?
And it's hard for him to reach her, considering what happened in the previous block with Tybalt.
Yeah, and the Hell Vault. That was probably one of the scariest moments in Soren's whole thing.
It took Liliana to open it. Another planeswalker has no connection to the realm.
Yeah, but she did it for a different reason. Mainly.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even open it herself, could she?
No, she needed to use
Thalia.
Thalia, the Knight of Thraben.
Yeah. She either told her to save the shiny rock or save all the humans, and Thalia chose to open the rock and release Griselbrand and Avacyn.
And Liliana got her prize, Avacyn restored, and it helped Garruk, which we'll cover. I'll talk about Garruk in a bit here.
Yeah, but next theory, besides the fact if Avacyn is not dead, she has turned her back against the people of Innistrad.
I think we can all agree on this, that that's probably plausible.
Yeah, because...
Or humans did it first.
Yeah, we're either believing that Avacyn... Either they have began figuring out that she's some false deity and that she really doesn't deserve to be worshipped, or she hasn't upheld her part of the bargain and done something to upset them.
Which...
Well... I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, she was going around, quote, quote, relinquishing, or... I don't think that's the right word for it, but she was going around getting rid of all the different kinds of curses. Werewolves, zombies, vampirism, all alike. Mainly the werewolves, but
but
perhaps
remember,
the people of...
she didn't cure that.
She tried, but she couldn't.
Think of it like this, though.
She turned them into subservient guardians.
But think of it like this. Perhaps the people, the Innistrad people, noticed that she tried to cure the... She didn't even try to. She just changed them into an actual species of their own, called the Wolfear. So perhaps the people of Innistrad caught wind of this, and everybody lost their trust in her because they thought because they probably felt lied to. Which...
That's a good point. And that also could fuel the story, because that's what would bring Soren back, because Soren, she's basically a part of Soren. And that also leads to Nahiri coming back as well, causing even more chaos to the realm.
Yeah, and she's already mad at Soren over not returning to Zendikar.
And I don't think I said this in the last video, but Markov Manor is in flames.
Yeah, you did. Remember, I mentioned it.
All right, yeah, Markov Manor, fire. That's a bad sound effect, but fire. And Jace is looking into it from Tamio's notes.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually kind of curious about how you mentioned Nahiri. Now, say Nahiri is mad and she is destroying pieces of Soren's Innistrad plane.
It's not, like, debated. She is. Like, she's been pissed ever since the first time the Eldrazi got released and she had to deal with it all by herself.
Look what happens.
Imagine this, though. What if we combine both Nahiri and Evason's quote-quote death? Perhaps Nahiri got to Evason knowing that Evason was part of Soren? Or was made like Soren?
I suppose that could work.
Yeah, but
I mean, think of it like this. Just think of it like that.
Yeah, I mean, she could, but I don't think she would honestly kill somebody who's supposed to... She's a protector herself, so I don't think that she could see the evil in Avacyn to kill her and doom another plane when hers nearly was doomed without him.
Considering what happens in Oath to the Gatewatch, I don't think Nahiri's going to do something that risky.
Yeah, I think Nahiri is really there to confront Soren, and Soren's not there, and something else is happening.
Soren's everywhere. That's the thing about him.
Yeah,
I like him as a character. He's my
a
favorite
traveling
planeswalker.
businessman.
But yeah, he's literally a traveling businessman.
But here's the big one that I heard about that's flipping everyone on their heads, and even I support this. Most of the people don't. Is that you know how I'm actually going to compare Avacyn to a Pokemon here in a minute. You know how Avacyn is the quote guardian of order, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zygarde from Pokemon is also that. That's how I'm going to compare her to that. And he pertains over life and death. And Avacyn does the same. But have you ever thought that maybe there's also a counterbalance to her order? Like, she's supposed to keep the dark forces intact. But what happens when the humans of Innistrad become too much and start threatening the other side?
That's what Gristlebrand was for.
Yeah, and now Gristlebrand is dead. But what happens when the human, like, all the forces of light become too much and finally begin to, like, nearly doom the dark side of Innistrad, which most people have come to love?
You know, that's actually another thing you want to point out. Maybe she's preserving both. Maybe she's killing the humans to preserve both sides, so she can permanently keep her power.
That's the whole idea, is that since she's a guardian of order, she's trying to keep it on both sides, but that means she has to turn her backs on the humans, and all of her angels are as well, it seems. Because it seems that it's confirmed pretty much that the werewolves have begun, like, attacking the people of Innistrad again, even though in the Avacyn Restored trailer, it was even stated that beasts that used to be hindrances have now become, what was it, subservient guardians?
Yeah, because of the soul.
They also followed Avacyn, so they probably took orders straight from the Order of Avacyn.
And if Avacyn's going against the humans, it would make sense.
Yeah, because if she doesn't attack them, it'll look like, she's incapacitated. She isn't actually turning her back on us. It's just these strange incidences. But secretly, it's the Order telling the werewolves to attack the humans to dwindle the population again.
Yeah, that is.
But that's all I have on that theory.
No, I think that's plausible, and I feel like that's one of the more reasonable theories, because she's basically a part, like I've said before, she is a part of Soren, and Soren's never good or bad. He does what he thinks is right, even turning his back on his own kind. So, in a way, Avacyn would do the same, only the humans. So she's following Soren's example.
Yep. That's all I'm going to say is yes to that. But how do you feel about it, Tim?
I'm honestly not sure.
Oh.
I mean, Avacyn...
Well, how about we move on to another theory? Anybody got any?
A different theory?
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about something from Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, can we let's get off Avacyn right now, because most of the theories are about her.
I would like to point out something in the official art with Liliana that we discussed in the last video.
Mm-hmm.
Her chain veil is gone.
Are you sure it wasn't? I'm going to be honest. Are you sure for once it wasn't an art flaw?
It's not an art flaw.
And they just
you can't see that. You can't see it.
Wizards is very good with their art. They wouldn't leave such a flaw like that.
It's always on her waist. Guess what? You can't see it. You can't see it anywhere. And it's a big.
It on her waist,
it's a
which
big
side
artifact.
Is it usually on?
Like the side that they have visible, it's not there.
But what if she has it on the other side? Like, just.
Well, there's a couple zombies around her, but They would point out.
As you said, though. I mean, I kind of would find that a little. I find that a little odd that I didn't see it on her in her art as well. But it got me thinking and wondering. You know how the running thing going on right now is how they're talking about Liliana's on that plane to find her last demon master.
Wait, no,
and destroy him.
She has 2 left.
Yeah, she has 2 left. Gristlebrand was the second.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The first one was that serpent one, I think.
I think his name started with an M, but I don't remember exactly.
Coughlet, I think.
Something
like that.
I can only remember Gristlebrand for some reason.
Yeah,
Gristlebrand is also popular in Turbo decks, I think.
Yeah,
too, card-wise,
Gristlebrand is popular in the cards, but the first Demon Master doesn't even have one. He just has art.
Just a quick little thing here. I am more. I love the lore of Magic, but when it comes to like Magic, I'm more known for like different cards and different strategies for different kinds of combos and decks. So just a little quick clear on that. But back to what I was saying
50,
though.
50.
A little ironic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Neelan's more lore based. You're half and half, and I'm more tech based. That's actually kind of funny.
Well,
anyways, no, but back to what I was saying though. Lily is going off to find her last demon masters. Perhaps one of the demon masters now there's 2 ways I went with this. One of the demon masters in panic said that they could take off the chain veil from her and remove it, or B, killing her demon masters was the quote was and this is going to sound weird when I say this, the key to removing her own curse.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because
that could be a thing, but I feel like it's more liable that somebody stole it from her.
But who's gonna steal it from her?
Chain veil can't come off her anyways.
Well, are you sure? Like, I don't remember if it's exactly stated if she can, because she can remove it herself. But like,
if it was removable, Garruk would have already had it off.
Well, Garruk isn't chasing her down. He's more of just, I'm going to sit around and wait for somebody to fall into the forest and then behead them.
Garruk already killed Veronis. You're not going to see him anymore for a while.
Nope.
He's pissed at Jace more than Liliana right now.
Yeah. Because he's probably pissed at Jace because he didn't talk her out of it and tell her to return it. And he's fine
and the
with
fact that he also pretended to be Liliana as an illusion, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, good job there, Jace. Good job.
Okay, well... do we have any more theories?
Garruk probably forgot all about Liliana.
We have any more theories? Any at all?
I want to know what happened to the wolf here.
They'll probably get explained, because it says everything on Innistrad is being twisted and weird.
Because, I mean, since the werewolf curse wasn't exactly 100% cured, apparently, I want to know what happened to the wolf here.
Well, they're bringing back actual werewolf cards, though.
Well, yeah, but thing is, though, is by lore, the werewolf curse should have been cured, and the wolfier should have been the product.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in any of the visual spoilers that I've seen. I don't recall seeing a wolfier card.
The way I see it is if they're bringing back the werewolf mechanic, which praise Wizards of the Coast, that was one of my favorite mechanics out of one of my favorite blocks.
Yeah, It was my favorite mechanic too, but it's not my favorite
Just
block.
the whole flip thing in general, because it opened the path to a lot of cool things you could do. But anyways, if they're bringing back the old flip mechanic, that opens up a lot of doors for the lore itself, because maybe the thing ran off and somehow they're able to turn back into their human forms, or maybe they can turn back into humans as Wolfiers, or something like that.
Well,
No, I was wondering, did we ever do any recaps as to like perhaps why the planeswalkers that are on Innistrad are here now?
we haven't, but we can't really say a lot. I mean, Jace is there for information, like he usually is.
He's studying
just there to
Tamio.
solve more puzzles.
And then
He's just there to solve puzzles for puzzle's sake.
Liliana is an enigma. She honestly just goes and whisks as she pleases.
Nihiri's there for Soren, and Soren's probably going to be there. The only other planeswalker that would really have any major connections, well, there's several that could. We could either see a return of Tamio, if she's perhaps alive, or she returned to her home plane. Dak Faden would make no return, even though he was there and met Soren and almost died at Soren's hand at one point. Garu comes back. And well, that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, Tibble can't because he's banished.
I don't know. I mean, I think it would make for an interesting turn for Tibble to make a return.
I want to see him on a different. I want to see him on a different plane though, because it's stated in the lore he's causing chaos in other planes as we speak.
Well, I could have sworn I read in the lore for him as well that he also, like, sometimes he will return to Innistrad and just cause a tiny bit of chaos and then leave.
No, I don't remember reading that.
I don't either, and I read a lot of lore, so.
Well, okay. Well, if Neelan says he doesn't think so, then it's probably not plausible since he does that for a living. Huh.
Yeah, there goes Neelan writing blogs.
Hey, listen. I could probably work at Wizards
you
of
should
the Coast fixing their
actually
lore.
totally do that. Write blogs for MTG.
Be the next big lore fook.
I'm not Sebin MTG.
You let that one slip pretty well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did not mean to do that.
We are a PG-13 live stream. We can say the F-bomb one time non-sexually.
You can say it one time, yeah.
But, okay.
I don't remember that being a
it's been
rule.
like that forever.
Yeah, but let's get back to the top. We have kind of diverged, and we are running slow on time. We have 6 minutes to talk about cards we really want to see in the set, and I'll let you two go first. And can you two
want to see... Well, I already stated what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I want to see a Wolfir return, because the Soul Bond mechanic was from Evase and Restored. That was quite possibly my most favorite mechanic, and it was the first mechanic that I got into that helped me get into green. Because back then it was only red or black. There was no in between. And then I saw Soul Bond, gave it a try. Boom, immediately fell in love with green.
I am looking forward to, well, what I want is a new Jace that deals with a little black magic. That would be amazing to see. I want to see a new Liliana that completely makes every single other Liliana turn its head. I want to see an Avacyn that's either zombified or barely alive. I want to see... I'm excited for the return of Devils, because now they're getting tokens, and I like Devils more than Demons. And finally, I want to see a new Soren.
Okay. Well,
actually,
there could
now
be a
that
new
you
Soren.
actually have me thinking with the whole undead Evasion kind of thing, one thing that I would find interesting is if we had a demon Evasion, because technically demons are fallen angels.
I guess that could work, but I'd rather see undead.
Yeah, same.
I'm just spouting hot air just to spout.
One theory we didn't go over, and this is a very quick one, and it's not even like needed an explanation. People are believing that Liliana is there to revive a dead Avacyn to join her Legion of the Undead.
She doesn't keep her Legion though, so wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
She would have Soren coming after her.
Oh, and she doesn't need that, especially with Nahiri, because then that'd be. Oh,
There'd be
boy.
two. It would be Soren, Nahiri coming after Soren, Soren going after Liliana, and then
Jace gets in the
Can we not delve too deep into that, because I really want to tell what my cards that I want is, and it's gonna take a lot of explaining.
I interrupted you. Sorry, bud.
It's okay.
Sorry, bud. I interrupted you.
Okay, here we go. I do want a new Nahiri because I would love it, but the whole entire idea of Eldritch Moon, Eldritch is an H.P. Lovecraft term meaning otherworldly, or another thing. He used it to describe the Cthulhu mythos. And what I want is a whole entire set of cards, or like at least 3 legendary creatures, under the title of Eldritch Horror. Possibly.
Eldritch Horror?
Yeah.
You mind explaining as to what that means?
An Eldritch Horror is H.P. Lovecraft's term for what Cthulhu and all of them were.
Oh, I understand that part, but could you explain what you mean by what you mean by Eldritch Horror? What exactly would that be?
That usually means that they're otherworldly creatures that are so horrifying that the human mind cannot bear it.
So would it be a black creature per se, since it's quote technically a horror?
I really want them to be probably just a high mana cost.
Rakdos colors for me.
I feel like
I think that would make more sense with the explanation you gave me. It would make sense if they were either black, red, or both.
Yeah. But apparently the whole idea is that Eldritch Moon might be more of a psychological style set.
Finally.
Because Eldritch usually is also a psychological effect of fear.
I've always wanted to cry myself to sleep from magic.
Okay. Well, that's what I want in the set, is at least just one legendary creature that's an Eldritch Horror. Maybe the Moon. I don't know. Bloodborne Moon Presence. I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, that would be really cool to make the Moon of Innistrad a card and just call it the Moon Presence.
It gives all werewolf, zombie, gives all zombie creatures +2/+2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of it would actually be kind of Full Moon Rise and Moon
gives
Mist from the original Innistrad, because those affect werewolves.
Gives all non-human creatures +2/+2 and Death Touch.
Okay, well, since we only have 1 minute and 30 seconds left to end this video, I do not think we have any arguments to really argue about, because we all seem to be on the same page.
My outro is bring back Tamio, 2016, baby.
I was expecting Nisa's big ass titties, but okay.
Nisa's big ass titties.
Damn it. Okay, you too, Tim.
Return of Griselbrand, my lord.
He's
and
dead.
Hopefully Withinger.
Good luck with that.
Shut up.
Good luck with reviving him.
Griselbrand is dead because Liliana killed him as he was begging.
Fine, I'll settle with Withinger then.
Withinger's also dead.
Yeah.
I hate you both.
Well, this has been Nealon, your host on the Guild of the what did we call ourselves? The Muske-Noobs. The Guild of the Muske-Noobs podcast.
We're really bad at this game.
Yeah, we are. Okay, well.
Except for me, I'm better than these two nubs.
Well, I beat both of you with plants. Yeah, Sunflower Titan for the win.
Hey, I was just poking you guys, okay? I wasn't even taking that match seriously.
We have 10 seconds, and we all.
Tybalt is best planeswalker. Go home.
Okay, well, we all decided to planeswalk away. So, see you next time on Magic Discussions.